to come pick up the lever for the drum post.
Yeah, we got it here. It's got your name on it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not too bad. As you can see, it comes with a cable, but you're probably going to need some housing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what actually makes it work. If you think about how water goes through a water hose,
Yeah.
that's basically what a cable's doing. It's going through this hose. But this is what actually, this metal stuff, when it goes in there, it actually lets the cable pull through it, so it braces the whole housing.
Oh, wow.
And that's how you can actually get your friction. Put these in that bag so they don't get lost.
We learned about things getting lost, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Never done this before. Can you give me some tips on what I have to do?
Yeah, so we'll look at maybe this bike here. One, you want to position your lever where it's comfortable for you. Then you want to, I cut you a lot of extra, you want to see where it's actually going routed into.
Mm-hmm.
So you would want to drop it in like that. Now depending on the bike, you might have to pull the cranks out in order to get the cable to route the way it's supposed to go.
Okay.
On other ones, sometimes there's a hole here and then a hole here and you just run it up through there.
Okay.
So depending on what your bike looks like, it's going to depend on what you're going to do. Here on this Marlin, you can see there's a hole here.
Yeah.
So that should be where you're going to go. And again, routing that can be very difficult. So if you run into some problems, rather than trying to jam it in there, bring it on in and we can help you out.
Okay.
That's the best advice I got. It's $31.99, but after tax it's $34.65.
Okay. 365.
Don't drop it. Don't drop it. I see 40 here. Let's get you some change. And this is from hard work, I take it, right?
Yeah. DJ money,
Cleaning yards,
cleaning yards, poop.
Oh yeah.
picking up dog poop.
Yep.
Hey, but he made the money and there it is. Got what we need.
Don't cut anything too short right off the bat. Always leave it longer. You can always cut it where you need it later, but you know, it's always better to leave it longer.
Okay.
So, like when you saw on this lever over here, when you finally get it set, you cut the cable where it's real short. But just to test everything out, even test ride it, leave it long, and that should be the last thing you do.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Good luck, all right?
Okay.
And ask your dad for help, too.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Pablo.
You know it, dude.
Welcome to MTB New Mexico. Today we continue the process of upgrading this Trek Marlin 5. As we mentioned last time, we are not bike mechanics, but we have enjoyed the learning process. So join my son Isaiah and I as we install this dropper post. Okay, so this is what I know so far. I know for sure that this device right here is what's going to release the piston when this is engaged. So this is going to have to be pulled downward to allow this to move up and down. So let's go ahead and see what the bike setup is. Now, one of the biggest problems that we have here is that Isaiah's bike has 3 gears in the front and 7 gears in the back. So what does this mean? This means that he has a control shifter here on the front. So in his case, we're gonna have to find a way maybe to slide this over so we could put the lever. But that is problem number 1. So let's see what we got. I don't know is does this go in here and close, or does it go under and close? On this side, you see it? I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it has like a wedge. Everything kind of loose. We're not going to tighten anything up yet or cut cables. That's one of the things that Pablo from Outdoor Adventures recommended. He goes, don't do any tightening up, don't do any cutting until you're sure that you know where you're going to have your levers and everything are going to work out for you. So the way it looks is that it's going to come out through the lever. It's going to go around these cables, and we'll put it under these cables. And then this is gonna go through the bike, out through the bottom, and into the tube. Here's our biggest problem. Our biggest problem is that we do not have a hole in this tube. So we're gonna call around to see where is the safest to drill a hole. I'm thinking it's gonna be right here on this part right here. We'll probably make a hole so that we can connect with the tube from there. Now, fortunately, Isaiah's bike did have an opening so we could run the cable through the bike frame. Unfortunately, it did not have an opening for the seat tube, so we did have to drill. This means that we void the warranty of the bike. But thanks to our friend Jason, he gave us some tips as to where to drill. Okay, Mr. Jones, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
You bet.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Okay, so obviously, if you're ever going to do this, you are going to void a warranty, that's for sure. In this case, this bike is going to stay with the family, so I'm not worried about that. But first, we need to put some plastic covering for this so that way we could go ahead and run it through the bottom. Cool. I thought this was going to be... I thought this was going to be harder. Never done this. Once we figure out where we're gonna drill that hole, this thing will be inside the bike. It'll go in and out through the bottom part. So Isaiah already got this cable inside this tube. So all we gotta do now is try to figure out how to get it out through here, and then how to move it around. I'm thinking we'll just slide this cable through this side and then run it through the back right there. I got some of these little flags. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a little quick bend here. Flashlight, hopefully I could fish this out. I feel like I'm playing a game here.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. All right.
You get all excited.
And the plastic, here we go. Okay, so now we have that. Success. Just a little bit of ingenuity with some wire. And now we gotta figure out how we're gonna get this guy in the tube. Well, if you have ever done this job before, you probably already figured out that we were doing this backwards. We should have started running the cables from the dropper post up to the lever. So I'm gonna save you all the time and fast forward to the part where we figure it out and we fix the problem. But this is my problem right now, is that I don't have another one of these guys right here to bring it over to this side. So we gotta figure that out. Okay, so that was a rookie mistake, and that's why we're doing this, to learn. Yes, we're doing it for science and for experimentation. Well, we tried, but you know what? We're doing good. We were able to still make it work. As you can see, dropper is working. Boom, lever's working. Here was our mistake though. Our mistake is that we went from the lever down the bike through the frame to the dropper post, and we were supposed to do it the other way around. So we were supposed to use the end of the cable that had that kind of like that what it's called, that cable end. It was on that side, and we were supposed to put it on the dropper. It wasn't a complete mistake, because this dropper is not compatible with the end of the line that we had. The cable end that we had, it did not match the dropper. We had to use the cable end, or it's kind of like a barrel nut that came in for the lever, we had to use it at the dropper, which is not a problem. The problem that we do have is that we ended up with this ugly piece right here, which is just an aluminum crimp that we purchased, and it just didn't, it doesn't work. It'll slide out, and then it looks ugly. Let's look at the solution. We ordered this from Amazon. They're called cable ends, also known as barrel nuts. And this is gonna look a lot nicer than this piece right here. Well, this is what's in there. There's one of these holding the cable. Now we have another one. We're gonna go ahead and install this, and the whole project will be able to be called a success. Finally, we did it. I didn't think we were gonna do so good. Everything went smooth, except that we did it backwards. But other than that, I mean, everything, you know, we just got a little confused. But we're good. We're good, I think. Okay, let's do this. We could call this project a success. Now, did we learn? Yes, we learned. Did we make mistakes? We made mistakes. Yes. And now we have a dropper post on Isaiah's bike. The next project is going to be going tubeless, maybe upgrading these tires. So, thank you very much for joining my son and myself for these projects that we're doing. We're enjoying the learning process. We're enjoying spending time together. And we hope that you all stay safe. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free, but it helps our channel to grow. We'll see you guys next time.